guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Gabriella. For those of you who don't know me yet, this is my 39-week pregnancy update video, even though I never pictured myself doing a pregnancy update video, but here I am. So I know it's been about 8 months or so since I posted my last video, so I kind of just wanted to update you guys a bit and share with you what has been going on since then. So I will try to shorten up this video as much as possible. My boyfriend and I have been together for 7 years. We will actually be 8 years in August. We've always said that we were going to plan it and whenever we're ready, but it obviously didn't end up turning out that way. I've never been on birth control before. I had a heart murmur since I was 11, so the doctors always recommended me not to get into any kind of birth control, even though there's probably birth control that I could have been on. But I met Tosh when I was about 17, turning 18, so he was my first, and I never really looked into any birth control. So we have just been on strictly condoms for our whole entire relationship, believe it or not. There has been a few incidents that we experienced that I had to take the Plan B pill, but other than that, we just been extremely careful of what we do. But we're actually super happy about how it ended up turning out. And as I mentioned earlier about it coming at a perfect time was because the day I found out I was pregnant is the week that my grandmother passed away. So this was kind of like the crazy part that I wanted to share with you guys, because I literally found out a day after. So I was feeling super sick that week, and I think it was just because of the whole situation of seeing her suffer. So I was just feeling really nauseous. I wasn't vomiting or anything, but I was just really nauseous, really weak. I went to work, then I had to go straight to the hospital, and I wasn't eating right, so I wasn't getting enough sleep. So I really thought I was just gonna get a fever or a cold was coming. I was making soups and like all this kind of stuff, taking medicine, but nothing was happening. I just kind of ignored it because my full attention was on my grandma. We have so many issues in our family, drama, and family members that just don't get along. So something that my grandma that has always prayed for and asked for was, when is the day gonna come that we can all be a family again, that everything's gonna be okay? So I have family in Florida, and then I have family here, and my grandma has good relationships with both of them. But she was just in and out of the hospital one week, and it was very difficult for us to get any information of what was going on. There was certain family members that were being really selfish and wasn't sharing anything with us. So what's the crazy part is just my aunt and my cousin, they just both had a very bad feeling that they just ended up buying a ticket, and they ended up coming out here literally the next day, and they stayed with me, and we ended up going to the hospital because obviously, her being the daughter, and in Florida she couldn't identify herself, so the doctors weren't giving her any information. So we just all went to the hospital together, and we saw our grandma. She was just laying there. We saw our other family members there as well, but we didn't have any sort of communication, just because we were there for only one reason, which was for my grandma. So the doctors were able to share information with us as well, so we kind of knew the condition that she was already in. And basically, long story short, she was shutting down. My grandma was 86 years old. She was very old, and it just got to a point where she just wasn't gonna make it. My grandmother was transported from the hospital to her house. The doctors pretty much informed us that it could happen any day, so we just wanted to make her as comfortable as possible in her house, in her bed, especially since she hated the hospitals. So we pretty much all went over and we gathered around her bed. We held her hand, we laid with her, we stood by her the whole entire time. This is when I was feeling really sick. I mean, I wasn't feeling myself. I was just really weak, and like I said, I just figured that it was because just seeing my grandma and my emotions, and like I said, not sleeping or eating right. At this point, my grandma was not talking. She can see, she can hear, but she wasn't able to talk at all. So something that I noticed that my grandma was always doing was looking around the room. She literally looked at each and every single one of us, and she just kept doing that. And I kind of had a feeling what she was thinking, and it was pretty much like, all of you guys are together, you know, like, so she was just so happy. And we didn't leave her side. It took about a couple days, 2 to 3 days, I think it was. And that was it. She took her last few breaths, and she was gone. We just completely lost it at this point. We cried and we cried and we held her, we screamed, and it was a very, very sad moment. But literally the second that, you know, she was gone, we turned to each other and we all hugged each other. Literally, no questions asked. We all just hugged. All the family members that didn't talk to each other for over 7-8 years or more than that, we all gathered and we all just hugged each other. And it's just crazy because this is what she wanted. So we cry even more because we knew this is what she asked for and she got it. But aside from all the sadness, I literally went to the store the next day and I got a pregnancy test because I really started thinking, like, okay, if I'm not sick, like I still haven't got sick, then what's really going on? And I was questioning my last period. I was like, I don't even think I got my period last month. Like, so I ended up taking a pregnancy test, and turns out that I'm pregnant, and I took 2. So, and without even leaving it on the counter, it pregnant, literally both of them. So that's where the blessing came our way. Let me show you guys my belly. This is me, 39 weeks pregnant. I literally started growing at about 5 to 6 months. I've been tiny my whole entire pregnancy. I was like, when am I gonna have a belly? Please give this to me. But this is me now, 39 weeks and a day or 2. So she's like kind of kicking right now. So we are super happy, and I am so nervous about my labor, obviously. I am a first-time mom, so I don't really know what to expect. I don't know if I'm going to go through labor after my due date, on my due date, or a little bit before then, so we will see. I have a doctor's appointment in about 4 to 5 days, and she's gonna check to see if I'm dilated or not. So that's gonna be exciting. Hopefully I post more videos from now on. I'm going to try my best. I did pack my hospital bag not even a few days ago, so I kind of wanted to have that as my next video, just to share with you guys what I packed in my bag as a first-time mom. Other than that, I am so glad that I am close to the finish line. This pregnancy has been absolutely amazing to me, so I am very happy about that. I didn't have any trouble with sickness or my legs swelling or my feet swelling. I still eat the same, my diet's still the same, so This pregnancy has done me good. Thank you guys so much for watching and listening about my story with my grandma and my pregnancy. I really do appreciate it. If you can please subscribe and comment down below. All of your feedback is much appreciated. So I will definitely keep you guys updated on my next video, and thanks again.